Hello, Blender Edit here, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a perfect loop. So, if anybody's wondering, this is what it looks like. There's not very much, but it can still go on forever, and that's because of some neat tricks I used. So, let's get right into it. So how do we get from this to here? Well, that should be simple enough, so let's delete the default cube and add in a plane. Go into edit mode, so if you have special textures, it won't mess them up. Scale 5. I find it easier to work with bigger objects. So now here we have this object. I'm going to now delete the light because I will not be using that. And so how do I make it loop like that? How did I make it so that that collection is everywhere? We are going to be using one collection and we'll only have these meshes. To continue, we're going to add a collection instance, but right now we only have this collection and you see it overlaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this collection instance 10 on the x-axis, and then we're going to move this to a new collection so it does not get in our other collections. We now have two planes, but that didn't get us very far. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to add in some text, and why isn't the text showing up over here? Well, that is because if we look over here, it is not in this collection. See, now it shows up over there. So I'm now going to rotate it on the x-axis. This is great. So now it shows up over here. So I'm now going to duplicate this a couple times. So I'm going to duplicate it x -20 so it shows up on the other side. Going to get both of these, duplicate them y10, and then duplicate this one x -10. And now I'm going to duplicate these y10, duplicate y10. And so now we have this beautiful grid, but now I need to set up the camera movement. So select the camera, then go into its view, come into here. I'm going to make it so everything in the camera is at 0. I'm going to bring up the Z, and I'm going to rotate it. I find it easier to do this outside of it so you can see what's happening. Going to rotate 90 on X, or you can actually do whatever. And so now we have a beginning, but I'm going to make sure it's pointing low enough at the ground that if I add in a keyframe for the Y and then go a couple frames, maybe all the way to the end, and then make it so that the coordinates of this are 10 on the y-axis, then insert another keyframe, and then boom, we have it going. But if we watch it, we'll realize a couple things. First of all, it is very slow, and second of all, it speeds up and then slows down. So let's fix the first problem first. So we could either make this shorter, or it can change the frame rate to 60. And there, that's going a lot faster. Now let's go into animation, and we can see this here too. Let's go to the graph editor, press N, and now we're going to change the interpretation type to linear so that the camera always moves at the same speed on the y-axis. So these are the fundamentals to how to make a loop in Blender. This has been Blender Edit, and bye.